What's up, everybody? With the Summer Games Fest that just happened, a lot of game demos and betas and whatnot, things of that nature have been released, so I took it upon myself to play some and share them with you, because maybe some of these upcoming games are good and some of them are trash. But most of them are pretty fucking good, so let's start with one that I have been looking forward to since the day they revealed it, a year and a half ago, something like that. And I played it, I played every beta, every alpha of it, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, I fucking love this game, and it's called The Finals. Basically what it is, it's made by the studio Embark, and they were from EA. They used to work on the Battlefield series back in the day. I think the last one they worked on was Bad Company 2. And basically they left the studio because they didn't like the direction that the Battlefield series was going in. Basically the premise of the game is this. You and your teammates are contestants on a futuristic game show called The Finals. And basically how the finals works is y'all are trying to capture these little boxes that come out of vaults, capture them at a capture point, and then make money from them. Every time you capture them, you get like $10,000. In the process, obviously, you got to fight over the boxes and the capture points, so there's a lot of killing involved. But the biggest hook of this game is that every building is destructible, fully crumbles to the ground. Every bit of wall, floor, ceiling can be broken, entrances made new. You can blow the bottom out of a capture point and bring it closer to you. You can blow open a wall and run through it. Gives you a lot of creativity, unlike any other shooter I played today. So the standard mode is 3 teams of 3. You spawn in and immediately marked on the map, and these are pretty big size maps. It's like, I would say about the size of like Rebirth Island, if people are familiar with that. It's bigger than the average multiplayer map for sure, like really big, but it's not like a huge, you know, Warzone, Battle Royale type map. Like, it's not that big. You're pretty close together at the start, with enough room to move around and maneuver, and really intricate. It's like, you know, tight cities with all these buildings, all the buildings you can go in. Like I said, everything's destructible. You can blow open the walls, go right in. So you spawn in, there's 2 vaults marked on the map. You go up, you activate it, and you have to wait for the box to be released. Once you activate the vault, other people, all the other teams are notified, so people are just closing in on you right away. Like, it's called The Finals, but they can really call it Are You About That Action? Because man, this doesn't fucking stop. Like, you are never safe. I never once felt safe in that game, and it wasn't in like a chaotic, what the fuck am I doing way. It was like a, dude, I need to keep my shit together. Like, it was exciting. It was just exciting gameplay that like I really haven't felt in a game in a very long time. And that's really what it is about this game, is that it's just fun. Once you start opening the vault, everybody's notified. They all close in on you. You gotta defend, fight off, you know, wait until the box is done. Then once the box is done, you gotta pick it up and bring it to a capture point. Those are also marked on the map. All the objectives are marked for everybody. So you are never capturing an objective without everyone else knowing. They all know at all times. And once you bring the cube to, it's almost like an ATM machine, you go to capture it, and then you have to hold out. Now that takes a good amount of time. And again, this is all marked. All the other teams are coming at you. It's on the map. They know what's going on. And at any moment, if let's say your whole team gets wiped, another team can go up to the box, sit there. They hold you know, the E, the interact button, whatever on. Like, I played mouse and keyboard, so it was E for me. Hold it for a couple seconds, and now it's their money being captured. They take it over. So you can get the cube, bring it over, hold out, die, and then another team can just come in and take that money from you. And it's crazy because the cubes get you $10,000, and that's like, they only put out like 3 cubes per game. So that's a big deal. It's a big deal. And you know, like, upon hearing that, it doesn't sound fun, but trust me, in game, it's amazing. Like I said, you never feel safe, and that's part of the reason is because of the verticality of the maps. You get in, and there's all over the place. There's zip lines, elevators. You know, you can go inside, run up the stairs, go to the roof, and climb up and get on top of the roof. And once you're on the roofs, there's a pretty generous climbing, like pretty generous height with the climbing. So you can make some pretty big jumps that in other games you wouldn't be able to. Like, you can climb a pretty big distance. Like, you know, when you go and hit jump again, your guy climbs up. They're pretty generous with that. It is a little buggy, but I think it's a good thing that they're pretty generous with it, because it keeps you on the roof. In addition to that, there's also these like planks that connect roof to roof. So they really like want you to be playing around. Like, if they're up there, if you're up on the roof, they let you stay up on the roof. They give you all the tools you need to navigate, even if you're not one of the classes that have navigation tools. And I guess that brings us to the class system. So as a contestant, that's what you're called, there's light, medium, and heavy. And what I love about that is that it's immediately understood. The light guy has low damage, but he's fast and he uses like little submachine guns. The medium is the balance, right? He's pretty quick, but takes a good amount of damage, but doesn't really lean too far to either side. And he uses like assault rifles or shotguns. And then you got the heavy, slow and big. Carries a big ass LMG, got a rocket launcher. Like it's immediately understandable, even if you're not someone who's really a gamer. I feel like that's easy to understand as opposed to something like an Overwatch or an Apex where you got like fucking Jaundice Man and he's got a Falcon that can breathe fire. If you know, it's those games are great for what they are, but for me, unless I'm really invested in the type of game it is, I don't want to put that time into it. Like Gundam Evolution is just like Overwatch, and I put the time in to figure it out because I'm an anime fan. Gundam's cool to me. If that had not been the case, if that was just regular mecha robots, I probably wouldn't have taken the time to figure out all the characters because it takes a fucking while. This, if you've played any sort of shooting game before, you can understand it. You want to be big and carry big guns, you want to be small, fast, and carry little guns, or you want to be somewhere in the middle. Easy. So that's pretty much the basic setup. The little guys, when I was using them, they had a grappling hook. I sucked at it, but I had some teammates that did some pretty cool shit with it, so that was pretty cool. So it works. I just kind of sucked at it. The medium guy is the one I spent the most time as, and he has this cool little jump pad that he can put down and just launch everyone up to the roof. It's like, you know, anybody can use it, teammate or foe, because it stays there for, I think until you die. Like, I don't know, I never saw it go away. And yeah, there's like a cool amount. When you load in, you have your main weapon, you have 3 gadgets. So I would usually go in with like, you know, a couple grenades, a jump, and like a gadget to get around. And then what's cool is you have your loadout, then you have a reserve, which is like another loadout slot that you can just put in every time you die. If you want to adjust your loadout, you can just switch it with what you have on the reserve. So let's say you spawn in with the assault rifle, but you put the shotgun in your reserve, and let's say you keep getting fucked up with the assault rifle. All right, once you die, you switch, and there's like a little menu. You can switch the shotgun out. It's cool. They let you fuck around with your class to better suit the situation and how the game's going while you're dead. The overall aesthetic of the game, the presentation is just like chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. I mean, the music is great.
Cash out complete, and the Boundless reap the rewards.
I like the default designs of the contestants. They're like wearing like sweatsuits, like almost what you would picture like people in like America. It's like what they wear on American Gladiator, honestly. Like they give them like a little sweatsuit and shit, and you can fully customize your guys, each one individually. You know, from their faces to what they're wearing.
Damn, Daniel!
To the guns and shit. There's commentators.
Halftime. Don't touch that dial. Things can change pretty quickly around here.
Are good. They're not like overbearing, but they say things. And one of the interesting things is that it's AI generated. Like this is not real people recording lines, it's AI generated lines. So I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I don't know if that's really gonna result in interesting things, but that is interesting to me. When you respawn, oh my god, the spawning animation, just take a look at this shit. Did you fucking see that? Beautiful, beautiful, it's cool as fuck. So when you die, your guy explodes into like a bunch of quarters, like coins, like arcade tokens. Your guy explodes into a bunch of arcade tokens, a little trophy of you that like someone can pick up and bring somewhere else. And like if they sit at it, they can revive you, or they can pick it up and bring it somewhere safe to revive you because if you got shot, probably enemies around, it's probably not safe. Around the arenas, you'll see there's like stands and there's like a jumbotron up top that has like the time and everything. If you look up and they're like as you run around the map, there's these giant billboards that advertise the finals because that's like a game show. That's like the whole shtick of it. And it's just a lot of arcadey fun. It feels like you're playing Battlefield. Honestly, like the way if I were to easily describe how the gunplay and the movement feels, it feels like Battlefield. Only a little faster and less clunky. And that's what really hooks me on this is that it's taken all the fun of Battlefield, all those Battlefield moments that they always advertise, and it's actually giving you a space to do it, and it's not being bound by what's realistic and what's, you know, simulation. Like that's cool. A lot of people like that. Obviously, like that's the big thing. Call of Duty and Battlefield and all those other games just focus on realism, and that's cool. I have an appreciation for that. but it's not my thing. It's a video game. I want it to be fun, and they focus on fun. They're like, all right, a grappling hook isn't realistic, but let's put one in. Is it realistic to have a jump pad? No. Is it realistic that every building's got a balcony that you can jump and get to the roof off of? No, but they have it because it's fun, and being able to get onto the roof is fun, and being able to shoot people from the roof is fun. Being able to run across these thin little planks from roof to roof is fun. It's awesome. And the best part is, as frantic as these games are, they are coherent. Like, there is just a lot of chaos to it, but it's coherent chaos. Like, you can figure out what's going on. If you're adept at shooting games, you can still manage. It's not just like blow everything up and figure it out later like some shitty mess of a game. Like, there is strategy, there is depth to it, more than just, hey, we're gonna blow things up and it's fun. Like, there really is a strong foundation that this game has. And honestly, if it released right now, especially being, now granted, it is a free game, so you get a little bit of leeway there. If it released right now, it'd be fine. It'd be in a good state. However, I'm glad it's not, because I do think it needs one more layer of polish. Like, I think one strong layer of polish, and you've got a fucking game. It's like, this is gonna be real. Like I said, I haven't been playing a lot of games recently, but I will play this when it comes out. It's free. You might as well give it a try. Why the fuck not? And it's different, and I like it. I think it's cool. I am a little concerned if people don't like this type of game mode. What are they gonna offer as an alternative? Is that alternative gonna be fun? Like, is playing team deathmatch in this gonna be as fun as another game? I'm not sure. That is a worry of mine, and I'm curious to see if that's gonna affect the player base. But like I said, man, it's just so fucking fun and frantic. Like, so many of these good games are just take you out of the action so fast. Like Call of Duty, if you play multiplayer, there's a lot of games where you're just running in, dying, running in, dying, running in, dying. Or you play Warzone where you'll run in, you'll spawn, you'll get your shit, and then there's like 20 minutes of nothing. And that goes for all Battle Royale games. There's just so much time where you're spent running across the map, and running across the map, and running across the map. And either you run up on someone and smack them, or you get caught off guard and you just wasted 20 minutes doing nothing. This game does not waste your time. Again, this game just lets you have fun. It lets you play the way you want to play. It gives you options. It gives you choice. It puts so much power in your hands. And it's not a common thing today. A lot of these games are sanitized for the sake of accessibility, and this one manages to keep a balance between accessibility and complexity and fun, and it's easy to pick up, hard to master. I really think this is going to be a fun game. I really hope it takes off, and at the very least, man, I hope people play it. I hope people try it. I've been playing games since I was young enough for my hands to be able to hold the weight of a controller, and this is one of the most fun shooting games I've ever played. If that means anything to you, try it the fuck out. If not, fuck you. No, I'm kidding. It's just good. If you like playing games, try it. That's it. I got nothing to say. It's hot as fuck. I'm gonna turn the AC back on. Motherfucker sweating.